aged help or aged care. Trust me when I say that is not the US market. You need to choose home health care and quit fooling around with these other ones that you got in there. Just home health care, just do it. I know you're not a home health care agency, but the consumer doesn't understand that. So even though you're not a home health care agency, you still want to throw in, maybe some words. Now, there are states where that is not okay. We cannot use the word home health care at all for a non-medical home care agency. 100% I understand that, and we don't do it. But you have to know that that's the top keyword phrase. Home care would come in at 10,000 searches less at 22,000 per month. Home health care near me, 22,000. So you can see, look at this one right here. This used to be higher. Home Instead Senior Care, 22,000 visits nationwide per month for that brand. Home Instead Senior Care. So you can't put the words Home Instead Senior Care really big on your website. That's not, you will get in trouble for that, trust me. But that is the power of branding. If you ever wondered why your name matters, why the name that you choose matters, and how you market it in person and online matters, look at Home Instead Senior Care. They've been around a long time, but they have branded the bejesus out of this. This is branding. 22,000 people searching for that. Home Care Near Me, 14,000. Bayada, however you want to say that, another good brand. Okay, so this is also going to throw in some stuff that has nothing to do with you. Care and home insurance quotes, who cares? Home care services, home health care services, Synergy Home Care, another brand. I'm looking for home care assistance right here. All right, so for those of you who pay attention to the world out there of franchises, you know that Home Care Assistance changed their name to The Key. So I don't know who made that glorious decision, but that is, so for a while they were just putting The Key on everything, and then they changed it to The Key, formerly Home Care Assistance, under the bottom of it. So, but Home Care Assistance is a word you can use all over your website. They do not own the exclusive rights to using the word Home Care Assistance. They can't. It's a normal phrase. Home Instead Senior Care is a little more tricky. But home care assistance is pretty easy. So it's a well-searched keyword phrase, and I highly recommend just making sure it's part of the text of your blog posts and other things. In-home care, and then Griswold. So as we go through here, if you guys can take a picture of this, screenshot it, whatever you want to do. You'll see some stuff that's weird that comes in here that doesn't make any sense. Comfort Keepers has dropped off quite a bit. They are only in the 4,000 range. Medicare Home Health. There's some really interesting ones in here. Lots of brands. Branding is important. Your brand matters. Your name matters. So just as much as you would like us to get you to #1 for the word in-home care, you also want to always be #1 for whatever the name of your home care agency is, and you want to push that. Branding is important, and your brand should always be top of mind. All right. Success story of a home care business using SEO. All right. So we have a lot of these, but I just screenshotted a few of them to show you what it looks like. So for a home care agency located in Alexandria, Virginia, if you were sitting in Alexandria, Virginia today, and you typed in Alzheimer's Home Care Alexandria, on May 31st, you would not find this person or this client or this agency until this is where they were. They were 5 pages back. Slots 1 through 10 are the first page of Google. Slots 10 through 21 or 11 through 21 are the second page of Google, and so on and so on. So number 42 is somewhere in the 5th page of Google, 4th, 5th, I don't know, 5th. Today they're number 8, first page of Google. So it's come up 34 spots. Now, would I like them to be #1? Of course. That's not really what I'm worried about. I just want to show you that where you begin and where you end, it matters based on the SEO that we do on your website.
That's great.
Yeah. For the ones that have a dash here, and some of the ones that you see at the bottom, the dashes mean they weren't even in the first 10 pages of Google. And now they're on the second page of Google. For this one down here, in-home care, they were number 94, and now they're number 19. They've come up 75 spots. Well, you say, well, they're not on the first page. Not today, but it takes a long time. So this is all of June, July, and August. So for about 90 days in, this is where they are for one of the most competitive markets in the United States.
And Allie, are they in our enhanced SEO program?
Yes, they are. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's neat to see where somebody starts versus where they are. This client is, I wanted to show you two different illustrations here. This client's office is located in Malvern, Pennsylvania. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's where it is. And Malvern is probably way easier to rank for, right? I mean, it's probably not a big town. They're probably near Philadelphia somewhere. I'm guessing. I can't remember. But Malvern obviously is not one we've all heard of over and over again. So it's probably a smaller town outside, somewhere in their service area. So easy. They started on June 28th. So they've had the whole month of July and the whole month of August. So 60 days plus a few days here on either end. And they went from these places that you see here to number one, number two, number four, number five. So all first page until you get down to some new ones we added. By the way, these are all brand new, these last three. And they are get paid to care for a family member. So they're part of that program. We just added that page not too long ago. But anyway, having said that, nicely situated on the first page of Google now for all those keyword phrases. If we go over here to Westchester, most of us would recognize the name Westchester. Westchester, this is Westchester, Pennsylvania, or Westchester. I don't know how they say it. Westchester, Pennsylvania. They started June 28th over here on the left-hand side, kind of hit or miss, not really doing very well. 60 days later, we've got them to the first page of Google for a couple of keyword phrases, but they're hitting for almost everything now, except for this brand new one we just added, get paid to be a caregiver. So Westchester is a much bigger town. It's where a lot of their clients probably come from, or they'd like to have more clients. And now we can see movement there. Way more competitive than Malvern, where their office is located. All right, this one is another example of less competitive versus way more competitive. So this client has a home care agency in Pikesville. There are offices in Pikesville, but of course they serve the entire Baltimore metro area pretty much. So where they are located in Pikesville, they had a pretty good, this is just July 11th. So we've had part of July and all of August and a little bit of September. So maybe not quite 60 days, but somewhere in there. They were doing pretty good already for Pikesville, right? We've had them come up maybe a little bit. But if you look at some of these other keyword phrases, they were kind of nowhere to be found, except for